Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away to find some room. He'll try to do it himself. On the move is the 30. Oh, big juke to get past. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, sir. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This is a running back, man, that just finds a way to get it done. Critical 4th down. Everyone thinking they're going to throw the football, but they hand it off to him, and he helps keep this drive alive.
Trying to pound it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to slam in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Wants to throw. It's Ward. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Utes want to move quickly. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Utes! What a grab and go for the score. They got the touchdown, but now they want the two to tie this baby up. From the gun. He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game. We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Restrepo. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Canes are on the move. After run, now throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Miami, number 3. In the end zone.
They'll line up to go for 2. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position. but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Still on his feet at the 40. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Martinez on the carry. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami 14, Utah.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick pass on the jet motion. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And he tacked on the extra point. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
They go to the ground. After 40, there he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that game.
They're bringing heat. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect...
Afterburner's coming. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Hey, QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Stanley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback is being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Feeling some heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Hurricanes have pushed it inside the 20. They'll give it to him again. Spins away from the defender.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Caught over the middle. It's Restrepo. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Canes in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Here make on 1st and 10 from the 48.
Another first down.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. It's complete. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Still a big hill in front of them, and they'll try to start the climb with an onside kick.
16.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Throwing right. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wilson will throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Utes racing to the line in a hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, going to the air. Looking deep down the right side. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll throw it. Snares it outside. It's McCormick. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll run it from the gun. Open space at the 25. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break.
Miami 35, Utah 16.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, When I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Shoots it to the left. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. The 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll turn to Martinez. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's the MO of this offense. They really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back gets the give. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
To the air, it's Ward. Steps away. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Parks. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. If it's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The sure hands, it's Bernard. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The Utes are in the hurry-up.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They want to just keep throwing it. Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to...
And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down.
Wilson to pass. He looks that one in nicely. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Comes out throwing on first down, trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Power football with the run. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Third down coming. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 43, Utah 16.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to pass, it's Ward. Unloads it left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Utes. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, take, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
2-point conversion attempt is coming.
Here we go.
Wilson will throw. Good timing on the quick out.
I'll tell you, it's tough to complete 2-point conversions. Obviously, very small windows to throw into. Couldn't come away with that one. Let's see how that affects the outcome.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarter.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. Actually, you probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Unloads to the right. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they'll try to tack on 2.
Single.
Looking downfield, it's Ward. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Makes the catch. It's Park. Now well within striking distances. That third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Quickly complete.
There's a reason third down is called money. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Now from inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They're going to throw it again. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On third down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up 4th.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. And in the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? They just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. They're going to test the right side with this one. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double digits.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix on offense